When I was 2 weeks old, my mother died. When I was 3 years old, my father was hit by a drunken Pollock with a stone over his head. And my grandmother took me in, and she raised me till the war broke out. My grandmother didn't want to come with us. She stayed with her niece in Bialystok, and she took us to the train. She said, "Children, I'll never see you again." And that was the truth. She never saw, from 9 children, she died by herself. The guard was standing with a big German shepherd. And when he recognized a Jewish person, a Jewish face, he dragged them out and sent them all back to Poland. And when it came to us, the German guard was called away. And if I don't call this a miracle, I don't know what is. Then in the evening, the Russians put us on a wagon, and it wasn't even covered, and it was raining, and she was holding him very, very tight. She was afraid he's going to get sick, or he was afraid. And when we came in the morning, and she unwrapped the baby, and the baby was there. Did you hear me?
You look at the picture, you see it's a tunnel. They lined up the people and they just kill them all, and then they cover them up with the corpses, and for no reason at all.
I'm always thinking about my relatives, what they went through, and that how in the world can a thing like that happen? One human to another. Till the end of my days, I won't be able to realize it.
I guess the fear of losing everything was always somewhere in their minds, that it could happen again. I mean, that's my mother. I regularly would tell me, like, don't kid yourself. You know, it could happen again. It can happen again. Even though they came to this country in '49 and spent the rest of their lives here, and were, you know, law-abiding citizens and raised families and things like that, I don't know if they ever felt
a part of
the Canadian society.
Yeah.
I think, and part of it was the time. I mean, when they came here '49, there was the anti-Semitism was still running at a good clip in Toronto. I mean, I even remember as in the '60s. I mean, you know what clubs were restricted clubs. It was always underlying here that, like, yeah, you're a guest.
I think that I internalized that feeling a little bit, that I don't quite belong here. I don't know if you ever had that. I always felt a little bit like an outsider, even though I was born in Canada. I remember we were coming out of shul, and, you know, a crowd of Jewish people coming out of shul, and a car went down the street, a convertible, and a kid was yelling at us, Heil Hitler, as they raced down the street. I was offended, but I don't know that I really appreciated why I was offended, because I didn't really understand the stories, because I wasn't told.
There's no graves for, I would say, literally in our family on my father's side, hundreds of relatives.
Oh, yeah.
There's when they died, how they died, where they're buried. There's nothing. And to my mother, it's, if we don't remember, as soon as it's forgotten, it's over, and it's as though you never existed. I think the first time we were on an airplane together, and you had to fill out the form, and it said nationality, and my mother put down Jewish. And I said, "That's not your nationality. You're Canadian." She says, "No, that's not what that means."
my 5 little baby cousins. What did they do to deserve that? What? It's impossible that the world should understand, not only me, but not only Jews, but the other nations. If I would ask somebody else from a different nationality, what do you think about it? How do you react? I would like to hear that. I never heard that.